Welcome to this week's Jesse Spec episode. We have an awesome car and an awesome dude with us today. We're going to be presenting you an S2000 that has quite a few special parts on it today. So without any further notice, join me, or join us I should say, and let's dive right into it. Alright, so I'm gonna interview him and we're gonna take a look at his car and he's gonna explain to us what he's done on the car and what he's gonna do from now on. Okay man, so introduce yourself and tell us more about your wonderful car.
Hi guys, my name is Marcio, I'm 32 years old. I'm Portuguese, if that interests someone. This is my 2001 AP1 red.
Alright, it is really a nice car. How many miles does it have? What's the mileage on it in kilometers?
In kilometers, 220,000 kilometers.
What? Yes. 220,000?
Not sure how many people
owned it.
How many people this car belonged to beforehand.
Okay.
But it's still in very good shape.
Yeah, it
no
is.
No rust. That's what I wanted.
It's beautiful.
So
what's interesting about this area is that this lake that you see here actually freezes. And many cars around here actually have a lot of salt getting stuck to them. And this one, do you drive this car in winter or no?
No, I don't drive it in winter, no.
Never, yeah. They have it's a city called La Chaux-de-Fonds. They have up to 1 meter of snow. And it's pretty incredible that even in cold places like this, you have wonderful summer cars as well.
The summer season is actually not that long.
Yeah.
But we take the cars out and we try
enjoy
to use them as much as possible.
Exactly.
Because when the weather is good, it's actually very good.
Yeah, that's true. So tell us what is special about your car.
Okay, what is special about my car? Okay, well, let's start with a body piece.
Okay.
The thing that I really wanted and I think changed the car a lot for me.
Yeah.
Made it less dangerous and made it much nicer to drive.
Yep.
The body piece is behind the Wedssport.
Okay.
We'll talk about them in just a second.
Yeah.
Hello, they are Oelins FP Spec from Sakebomb.
Oh, that's the suspension. So you have coilovers on.
I've got coilovers.
Okay.
And the car actually had 10 coilovers. I think they were pretty old. The ride was quite crashy, and the rear end
unpredictable.
Unpredictable.
Okay.
It can just bite you and send you off the street.
Yeah.
You can stay off the track, but if you drive on the street, it's off the street. And
it's true that in my image, S2000s are pretty dangerous cars in the rain. Is that still the case now, or?
I would say so. Yes, I think every car is kind of dangerous on the road, but an S2000, of course, would be much more dangerous than your average car.
Yeah.
But
I've heard of so many people crashing those in the rain. I don't know why. It's something.
Well, AP1s before 2004.
Okay.
They have much more travel.
Okay. Suspension travel and toe in. Okay.
Yeah, it has actually more toe out on decompression.
Okay.
Maybe over a bump.
Okay.
The wheel kind of like a forklift.
Okay.
Changed slightly.
Okay.
Changed that in 2004.
Okay.
I've got a 2001. I don't think it's actually that bad.
Okay.
But with these Oelins from Sakebomb garage,
it improved it. Huh?
It improved it very, very much.
Yeah.
Like I'm on 255s on the rear.
Okay.
225s on the front. Advan Neova AD08Rs.
Yep.
RSs.
RSs. Yep.
They have the reputation for not being quite as good as the Rs.
That's
I
true.
just tried the RS.
Yeah.
They might have a little defects,
Yeah.
but they can take quite a few heat cycles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Take good amount of abuse. And
Did you drive the car on track yet or not yet?
no.
Okay.
Maybe
Okay.
next year, hoping
Yeah.
to get things sorted out with the car,
Hmm.
so I can finally take it to the track.
Okay. Awesome.
Nothing special, just a stock S2000 with some unknown brand strut bar.
Oh yeah. What is that?
I have no idea. The red painting is coming off. Not a problem for
Already
me.
works. Oh yeah. So here we see the damper adjustment things. So this is from Oelins and it's the Sakebomb version.
Yes, Sakebomb version with the top. How do you call these? The floating top hats.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I don't know if you can see from underneath. So no rubber.
With
The
the.
spring is actually on a floating top hat,
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
and people might say or might think more crashy.
Yeah.
I think it's much better than before,
Okay. Okay.
and it's might be a little better than might be for sure.
Yes.
It's a little better with these kind of modifications.
Mhm.
And if a ride is actually a little bit uncomfortable or it's actually not,
Yeah.
but if it was, I wouldn't mind,
Okay.
because it's not a car to drive every day and to be comfortable.
Yeah.
It's a car to
But it didn't seem very uncomfortable until now, right? For driving
no,
it.
no,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's really comfortable.
Yeah.
You have
Even.
to put the dampers quite high
Yeah.
because the spring rate is 11 kilos.
Okay.
Sakebomb, then you have a square setup since the car is 50-50,
Mhm.
and I really like it.
Okay.
I haven't tried the original. Well, I'm gonna find someone
Yeah.
so we can change
Compare.
cars,
Hmm.
so they can have a look if actually Sakebomb did a great job on this or not.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think they have.
Yeah.
And I would like to. I'm curious to find out what the original Oelins kit, which is
Feels like.
for
Yeah.
sure very good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the car. If you enter in a turn and you want to make it slide a little bit,
Yeah.
you put pressure on the brake and you turn more, you put weight on the front axle and the front axle just grips.
Yes. Yeah. When I was following you with the Lotus just before,
Yeah.
it's true. This car really handles the bumps and everything really amazingly. I can honestly tell you that I did not feel as comfortable as he was in the curbs. It's amazing, this area to drive around. I can tell that in winter probably there will not be much opportunity with the snow and everything.
4x4
So
with nice tires
exactly,
is the best solution for winter.
exactly. So tell us about the engine. Is there anything?
Well, I think it's stock.
Okay, okay,
The car's not mine from factory.
Uh-huh.
It seems stock radiator.
okay,
Maybe just a cap from Spoon.
okay.
I don't know if this helps out or not.
I think they increased the pressure, so yeah, 135 is a little bit higher than stock, so
Okay.
it helps.
Stock radiator
Mm-hmm.
seems to work very nice. This air duct, I don't know.
Is it K&N or?
No, K&N is the filter that's inside.
Okay, okay.
And the opening is actually quite big. Yeah, you can see it, full carbon.
Oh yeah.
I think it definitely helps out. It reduces the temperature
Yep.
going in, and it gets much colder air,
Okay.
and it's
okay.
not so much affected by hot air around this area.
Yep, that's good.
So everything else, yeah, is stock. No lightweight battery, but it still works.
Yep, yep.
Maybe in future when you work,
Once
it
it
won't work
dies.
anymore.
Might want to change it.
you
Okay, say
can-
that again. Go ahead.
Don't ever buy an aluminum cap like this.
Why?
It gets really hot.
Ah, and you cannot take it
And
off.
since this car is known for consuming a lot of oil,
Ah.
and this one actually does,
Okay,
maybe the motor needs to be redone.
okay.
And when you want to put oil in the car, it's quite a pain to take it out.
Okay.
And you have to have gloves and cloth. You'll burn your fingers.
Okay, so do not put oil caps that are out of
Yeah, have to take
aluminium,
an original
kids.
oil cap.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay. All right, man. Your car is really super clean for the mileage and everything. So, what are your future goals and
Future plans
objectives?
for the car.
Yeah.
Check the engine out. See if everything is actually okay with the engine before going any further.
Okay.
But future plans, corner balance.
Corner balance, good choice. Yeah.
Maybe Jesse can help me out with that.
I got the scales, man.
Hashtag free corner balance for the S2000. Keep thumbs up. Maybe he'll give me a really nice discount.
Yeah.
And geometry to finish. Roll center adjusters.
Yeah.
I don't have those. I like to make changements one by one, fill them out, and then just take it one step at a time.
That's really
and see
good.
the evolution of the car.
Yeah, yeah.
For people who want an S2000 or who have an S2000
Yeah.
or just like the car, when you lower the car, it shifts the roll center and the center of mass further away from each other, and it gives the car rolls more, and I can actually feel it.
Okay.
I can really feel with these Oelins dampers.
Okay.
The car rolls a little bit if I make them harder.
Yeah, yeah.
The dampers really
Plant the car.
plant the car, less
Oh.
roll.
Okay.
But that's not the way to do it. The way
Yeah.
to do it is get the dampers semi-soft for the streets, bumpy streets,
Yep.
that we're gonna do in a few minutes.
Yep.
And have the roll center adjusters with a good geometry to finish. And the rigid collars, which I have, which I
Okay.
can put them on.
Spoon.
Spoon rigid
Awesome.
collars. And if you guys want to check out, I don't know if you can see.
Electric sunroof. Yep.
So one thing I'd like to show some people
Go ahead.
who's interested is actually the quality from Honda, the years 2000 and before.
Yeah.
The sun visors, you can see this car spent a lot of time in the sun.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if you can feel it, Jesse, you just touch it.
Yep.
That's kind of like suede material, not really.
Yeah. Yeah.
And on this side, which is exposed to the sun, when it's
Yes.
up,
Uh-huh.
it's fully burnt.
Yeah.
But the rest of the car, the dash, is in really, really good shape.
Yeah.
It rattles a little bit, but that's
Normal for older
an
cars.
S2000,
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a really nice car for me.
Great. Okay. So how about we go for a ride? You drive first. You can
I'll
give
drive
me some
first.
comments, and then I'll take it for a spin, and then
Yeah.
I'll give you my comments. How's that?
Yeah, we'll go slow.
Okay, let's do that. Yep. So if I summarize a little bit your build until now, so
very soft for now.
it's a pretty much stock S2000, but with a fair amount of research and simple mods such as suspension and wheels
Yes.
to improve the handling first and foremost. Right?
Lighter wheels, Wedssport wheels. They actually have a very nice painting on them. They really shine. They are really rigid.
Yep.
And the car came with a 8-inch at the front and 8-inch wide also on the back.
Okay.
It came from was like this. NK 18-inch rims.
Yep.
I prefer to put 17-inch, and I put 9-inch on the back, so I have the right ratio.
Okay.
Just 10 millimeters up from the 2004 model, both on the front and on the back.
Okay.
So the car feels much balanced and nicer to drive.
What kind of offset do you use on these wheels?
I actually got the maximum offset possible. So the front 8-inch 49 offset, and on the back 9-inch 49 offset also.
Okay. Okay.
And it's pretty much perfect. The fenders are rolled.
Okay. Okay.
It was like this. Okay, maybe shouldn't do this to certain cars or to this car, but actually it helps out a lot. I don't mind. The rear fenders are also rolled, so you can lower the car and not hit the fenders.
Okay.
the wheels are actually on the back. I've got more tire, and it's actually lighter than the NK wheels that was on was on here before. Yes, on the front is much lighter. On the back, I still got like 400 grams or 600 grams lighter with a much bigger tire and a larger rim.
Okay.
So I'm happy to have more performance and not add weight to the wheels.
Yep.
Less unsprung mass, much nicer.
Yep. It's true. In the end, if you can get less rotational mass and less unsprung mass, it's a super win-win situation because you improve the handling drastically like that, and in the end you don't need to put 100 different parts to achieve actually pretty significant increases in performance, which is cool, I guess. So you definitely did your homework on this build. So
yeah,
awesome.
I try to search and find whatever I can put on this car that's not crazy expensive and start from what's more necessary to take the car to the next level.
Yep.
To make it nicer to drive, more safe, more predictable.
Yep.
That's the thing I really like about these dampers. They make the rear of the car much more predictable.
Okay.
Like it was not before. This is my second S2000. My first one was on stock suspension.
Okay.
And not lowered nor anything. And I can say that it still wasn't really predictable. Now it's much more.
Okay. Let's try. All within street legality.
Of course. Of course.
These roads are amazing, man.
First gear on corner. Gonna get it to retake.
How does it feel with 100 kilos extra in your car?
I can actually feel the kilos. I think actually more planted.
Maybe, yeah.
I'm having trouble getting sideways. I don't know if it's still out. The Q300 exhaust makes a little bit more horsepower than the other exhausts, but it makes a lot of noise.
Honestly, now that you close the windows, the noise levels disappear.
Even this closed, it's actually quite normal.
Man, this car is super predictable, man. I mean, you definitely...
I challenge someone to follow me stock motor S2000 with other dampers.
on this one.
And thank you Sakebomb, and thank you Anshin Imports in Switzerland for making this kit road legal.
Thanks, man.
Because in Switzerland, anything that's not road legal is a very bad idea to have on your car.
Yeah.
It seems like it's nice, but always a little bit better.
The brakes, man. I mean, stock brakes are not bad, honestly.
I don't know what pads. I have no idea what pads, but yeah.
Man.
What do you think, Jesse?
Yeah, it really, you can go pretty damn fast with this car, honestly. I mean, you're a good driver, man. You don't need to be humble about that, but it's true that I can tell, like, you definitely, this car gives you the confidence you need to go fast, and it honestly, like, in spite of the speeds we were going through the curves, I don't feel sick. I don't, even though I was looking at the camera the whole time and everything.
They were legal speeds, of course.
Yes, of course, but
that's why
the G-forces were real, I can tell you that. But honestly, very impressive, really impressive.
So Jesse is gonna take the wheel.
Exactly. So let's try this beast and see.
It's drive it like you stole it.
No.
Yes, you have to.
I was talking to him before, just telling him how I think it's so disrespectful for people to drive like assholes with other people's cars, so I'm not gonna do that. But anyway, so let's give this car a little bit of a try. So
take it to 9,000 and tell us what you think.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I'll do it in a respectful and legal manner, okay? So the clutch, you said I have to be a little bit careful with it.
You have to be quite brutal, just press it in fast.
Okay, gotcha.
Much easier to shift gears.
Taking it easy a bit, just trying to feel the car a bit.
Yeah, you have to take your time with it.
It's true. true.
and builds up to the speed.
This suspension, it's funny, now that I'm driving it, I can feel it much more, that it's pretty firm actually. When I was in the passenger seat, I didn't really...
You feel all the bumps,
yeah.
not in a hard way.
Yeah.
Of course, the ride is still a bit bumpy if the road is bumpy.
Yes.
But you can feel the road.
Yes.
On the steering wheel, on your feet, and on your ass, on your bottom.
Exactly.
Stay in your lane, people.
Yeah, it's something that we see pretty often, actually, sadly. But okay, we're back in the office. So I'm trying now just the new lighting setup and everything. So tell me what you think, if this improves a little bit the video quality or not. Feel free to leave a comment below. So back to the video. So I've been driving this S2000, and in the middle of the recording period, I ran out of battery. And so finally, I'm gonna give you the feedback back here from the office. So this car basically has really high level, good suspension from Oelins with the Sakebomb Spec. And on top of that, he has really good wheels as well. So Wedssport TC105X, those are the super lightweight ones. They're below 8 kilos, even below 7 kilos, some of the sizes. So that's really like an awesome modification to do to any car, because you actually reduce the rotational and unsprung masses of your wheels basically, and that actually has a very positive impact on handling, acceleration, and also braking, deceleration. So how did this feel? So to be honest, I drove an S2000 many years ago, and I honestly felt it was a bit sluggish down low, and when VTEC comes on, of course, everybody's happy. But I wasn't so convinced by how these cars handle, to be honest. And I've also heard, discussing with Ken, Captain Bradford, for you guys who know him from JDM Masters, in our opinion, we've experienced a lot of things happening with S2000s where people would crash them as soon as a little bit of rain would come out, because these cars have this perfect 50-50 balance between the front and the rear axle that actually makes it really snappy for somebody who doesn't know how to use it. And at least the first generation S2000s, I've heard of a lot of people who crashed them. So that's why I said that in the video also previously. And honestly, when I drove Marcio's car, wow, like the drive feel and the pickup and how the car handles on these bumpy roads, it was just mind-blowing, to be honest. It felt really nice. So also don't forget, I was following him, and I was just sitting in my Lotus. By the way, check the video in the link above if you want to see my Lotus. That has, by the way, the same wheels as well as Marcio's car. Feel free to click on that link. But anyway, I actually was driving a car that handled actually pretty well. So it's not like if I was driving some Twingo. No offense towards Twingo drivers, but it really felt way better than the memories I had of the S2000 that I had driven previously. So honestly, like, incredible how it would absorb all the shocks. And you know that feeling of when you're driving slow over little bumps, it feels pretty harsh inside the car, but once you pick up speed, you're like on a cloud basically. It's absorbing everything really well. And that road, of course, where we went driving was really awesome, near to France, by the way. So it was an excellent place to try it out. And honestly, I really loved how it felt. So definitely one of the better handling S2000s I've driven until now. And thanks again to Marcio. I'll leave his Instagram in the description below, so you can go check him out and give him a follow as well. And many thanks to him for letting me try his car. And if you guys like reviews and you like me to test your car, feel free to contact me. I'm not guaranteeing I will be able to come and meet you or try your car out, but who knows? If you have something interesting to offer, feel free to contact me or comment below and we'll see. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching this week's video. I hope you liked it. It's a little bit different than what I do usually. And prepare yourselves for next week, because normally there should be some more Lotus and 2ZZ content coming out next week. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.